So this video wasn't made specifically to instruct how to change out a water pump on a 87 Yanmar 3GM30f. It is really just made so that I don't forget how to put this thing back together. And I'm walking around the boat here because it's on its trailer and this trailer needs some help too. I'm just trying to document for my own future that these axles are too long, in my opinion. I got to talk to an axle guy, and they tend to bend. One is already bent. It could be just from turning, but they do look a little extra long, and I need new tires, so this is why I'm walking around the boat. So I need to look at this rudder because there was a screw in it, and I took the screw out, and then I forgot to put it back in before the season, sailed all season with the screw out. Then when I went to put it away, I thought, oh shoot, I'm going to pull this rudder, stored it in the house over the winter in the nice warmth. Tried as best I could to dry it out, but I didn't crack it open. Just left the screw out and used some heat and being in the house. And then in the spring, I stuffed the screw hole full of kitty hair and some resin, got it all hardened, did some fairing, painted, and now, as you can see, it's dripping. So I'm not sure what next step is. So just taking some initial video of before I started, this is what it looked like. Let's see if we can get it back to this same status and working. So they each have a little washer on them. So make sure and don't lose those washers. So the bolts are out, but the belt won't come off until the alternator is loosened here and slid over to give the belt more flexibility, some more slack. And I noticed this belt for the freshwater intake from the lake or sea, that needs to be replaced. So the head of the bolt is on the other side of that alternator bracket or hold, and I can't see it. Looks like it is a 12 millimeter, but I wonder if I can't, when I reinstall it, turn that bolt around so the head is on this side, facing the front. Okay, so I got the bolt that is on the other side of the hold here for this bracket here. I've got that loose, and there's a washer on it. And now I will loosen up this one here so the whole alternator can swing and give me some slack. So So I had to put a little tape on this drain here for the radiator. I put a little. So here is the drain right here for the fresh water or coolant out of the engine. You twist it, but it was really tight. So I put some black electrician's tape on the end. So if I grabbed it from a pliers, I wouldn't put bite marks into that mechanism's end. It's plastic, so I didn't want to bite mark it with the pliers, so I put tape on it, which worked. I got it to turn. Now I can turn it with my fingers. It allows antifreeze to drain through that kind of yellowing plastic tube there, and then it goes down below. The coolant drains into that bowl, and then I'm dumping it into a bigger bucket to try and get all of it, as much as I can, out of the engine. So if I can reach here, turn it. There. Now, take that guy off. So this is the screw that's top left, and top left is facing it. It goes right in there. And then we've got another one that is, what is this one? This is hard to read, but it is bottom right, and that goes here. And then of course this will be top right and bottom left. So we're gonna take these two bolts off, and I'm going to label them heat exchanger back, and this one will be heat exchanger front. All right, I'm going to take off another tube. They say blood, sweat, and tears, so yeah, there's some blood. No tears yet, though. This one is 2HEX. So this is heat exchanger front, and that goes in that hole there by the engine nameplate 30F, and this end goes right up there, heat exchanger front. So I'm not sure how to take these off. I don't know if you turn them and pull them or exactly what you do to get that off. And then there's another one over there. These are on the back of the alternator. And I've got another one right here. And again, I can a gap, like I can pull it a little ways off, but I'm not sure. I can't get it, all the way off, and I don't want to hurt it. How do you get that off? So this big pipe says 2 anti-circ pumps. So the new antifreeze or freshwater pump, which this is the old one, well, this hose goes right on there, and yeah, so don't forget, that's where that one goes. Well, I'm heading home now, and I haven't finished the job. Before I forget, I need to check that siphoning elbow, and perhaps I should clean out this exhaust elbow as well and remove this heat exchanger and get that all cleaned up. But here's the status of this job, and it's not done. I guess not the status, but here's where everything's sitting. I need to get that alternator off so I can pull that pump out. Here. It seems to me that I would need to pull the alternator in order to get that pump off. It looks like they are together, and the problem is I don't know how to remove that wire, that little bulb there. I don't know how to pull it off and get it out of the way. And there's another one right here. Not sure how that comes off. And then there's a couple of them in the back of the alternator. As you can see, there's this one, and then there's one hiding. Those are solid. There's another one hiding right. Tough to point when right there. That one and that one. This looks like it just kind of comes out if I were to pull it, but I don't have a good angle right now with the camera in my other hand. So I'm just looking around this job that's in the middle so that when I come back, I have some idea of where I'm at. I think I've got everything labeled and tidy. I hope.